Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to talk about the new Roto Grip Rockstar. We just shot the video, and Andy, tell me what you think about it. Just initial thoughts.
So I like the controllability factor of the ball. I think this for me is going to be more of a pattern ball than it will be for house shots. I do think a lot of league bowlers will still like this ball just because of how controllable it is. For me, it's just not quick enough when it starts making the turn, and it's a little bit it's more on the slower side, which doesn't help me in some of the centers that I'm bowling in right now in terms of carry. So
How do you have it drilled?
that's going to be in the description. I know it's a 4-inch pin. I don't know that.
All right, so the four is pin up.
Yeah, the 4-inch pin up. This is the layout, and I'll share the complete layout in the description of the video. But that's a typical pin range for me. That's 4-inch pin range.
How would you compare it to another style
So,
mark type ball?
where I find this ball to be, and I don't use either of those balls in the league either, is like an optimum idle, which is earlier than this, and then a phase two, which is quicker than this. So this ball to me, you can tell me if what you think, is right in between an idle and a phase two. If you like that controllable read on the lane, this is a great ball. You know, again, for me, it's going to be just more sport specific, where I'm looking for control and keeping my angles in front of me, and the slower reaction is what I'm looking for. Where in league, you typically I'm on the lower scale of the rev side. I'm still looking for a quicker reaction down lane. Everybody wants to be carrying. I'm not dismissing because I don't think I'm going to carry great ball in the league. I'm not saying it's a bad ball because of that. I just think it's more condition specific for where it's going to sit in my arsenal.
Yeah, and for reference, I mean, we bowl on 44-foot house pattern, which is typically a little longer than most centers will use. So with this new cover stock, the Nano Star Solid, it's not the strongest ball. It's not the strongest cover compared to some of the older technology like NEX on the Storm side. This is definitely not as strong, even though it has some of those nano additives to it.
Right.
And it has a brand new core in it, the rocker core. It seems to be more of a keep it in front of you type of ball, like Andy was saying. I personally feel like it'll be better on the lane with definitely more on the fresh, a little bit closer for medium conditions than long. I think there's a little bit better options for long patterns.
Right. It may even be, to me, it could even be a transition ball on certain conditions when you want to start, if you're starting with an idle or it's like ace and solid, for instance, then you want to start keeping in, we need a little bit of a cleaner cover to potentially go to a ball like this.
Yeah. I mean, do you think it gives those benchmark vibes?
Oh, 100%. This is a benchmark ball. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
This
so
is
it'll
the
tell you
benchmark.
exactly what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really the whole purpose behind the ball, why it was created, just to be that ultimate benchmark ball where you can just get on any pattern, short to long, and basically it'll tell you what you need to do to go with a stronger ball or something weaker to control them.
Right. That's a great point. Just kind of this tells you what the lane's giving you, and it may be great, the ball for the condition, or it's going to tell you I need something cleaner or I need something stronger and earlier. Like this will give you a great read for what is out there.
Yeah, and like any other ball, you can always add a little bit more surface to it to get it to slow down a little bit faster, or you can polish it to get it a little bit longer down the lane on some of those worse lane conditions, something a little bit on the shorter side.
Right. I agree with that. I think when you see balls like this, they're adaptable to doing different things to them with Avalon pads or polish, whatever you want to do, like bowling on. I think the ball adjusts well for whatever you decide to do with it. If you want to hit with like a 500 pad, or if you want to make it even smoother and go all the way up to 4,000, I think the ball will be able to adjust really well for whatever you want to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, with mine, I went with my typical 4.5 pin layout. Like Andrew was saying, it kind of fits like one step below the phase two, in terms of strength and quickness on the lane. So I mean, to Andrew's point, it could definitely be that ball down potentially from one of the bigger balls within the lineup. Or again, it could be one of those fresh balls where you have to be on the lane on a variety of patterns. So I mean,
You find this for you, and where does it stand in your arsenal right now? If you had to plug it somewhere, is it going to be a league ball for you? Is it going to be a pattern ball for you? Is it going to be both?
I think based on what I've seen and what we typically bowl on, I think it'll be more of that pattern ball. I really do. I think the controllability of it is going to play a little bit better on some of those tougher conditions where I
Right.
got to control that.
We got to control everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if we had a little bit of a order beam pattern, I think would be
Oh, it would be a great ball to have. Yeah,
Yeah,
It'll
but
blend out the
yeah.
back lane and all the
Right, so
all the
based
free
on-
hook you see on the back end. I think for a lot of stuff that we're bowling on, it's kind of in that in between spot where like to me like I like the shape of it. It looks really good, and it doesn't have a big enough engine for when it starts making its way down the lane and really related. So give me continuation through the pins. If I'm looking to control everything, it's great.
Yeah, so who do you recommend this ball for?
I would think if we're talking about league bowlers, probably people with less work rate who want to kind of like play more up like the 1-2 board and they maybe spin it a little bit more. They're a little bit firmer with their hand, where they can play the friction. Where like guys who are off the red rate 300 or higher, if they try to play that zone, the ball wants to kind of go sideways across and it doesn't allow it to play that lane, and then you kind of creep in and it's just not enough ball.
Right.
So I think for the lower rep guys, this is going to be great on house conditions. What do you think?
Yeah, I tend to agree with you definitely. I think it'll be better for those typical league guys who like to throw it up the lane, be nice and firm with it, be a little bit closer to the friction than we normally would be.
Right.
And it can bode well for some of those more conditions too. Maybe if you go in like on a cheetah pattern,
Right.
or something on the shorter
This is
side.
like an ideal thing.
Yeah.
The shorter to medium type pattern, like those the 34 to like 39 foot patterns is supposed to be excellent for it.
Yeah, and this ball comes out for your local VIP pro shop on February 21st. We'll see you next time.